Hi guys, it's Kelly. It is the week of Contemporaryathon, and so I thought I would go ahead and vlog because I am planning on reading a few books for this and fulfilling all the challenges. I apologize if there's a lot of background noise because I am waiting for my daughter in the preschool parking lot and it just started to pour. So it was just sprinkling before, but now there might be a lot of rain noise. So sorry if that's in the background. And today is actually Tuesday the 12th, so the Contemporaryathon started yesterday, but I was really stuffy yesterday, so I just did not feel like talking to a camera, but I did finish a book. So on Sunday night, I had been reading a lot of fantasy lately, and Sunday night I really just wanted a contemporary book to listen to. I just wanted to have like an easy, fluffy audiobook for the evening, and I was like, well, tomorrow's the Contemporaryathon, should I wait? And I'm like, you know what? It's a readathon, nobody's policing it. I'm gonna start early. I'm gonna start it on Sunday night. So, and of course, it was like 8 p.m. So it's already Monday somewhere in the world. So it counts. And so I decided to just go on Scribd and see what kind of like contemporary books were available, because I'm at that point in the Scribd thing where they like limited which audiobooks I had access to. So some of the ones I had already planned to read, I couldn't. So I just happened to notice that the new Casey West book, Fame, Fate, and the First Kiss was on there, and I haven't read it yet since it just came out. So I figured that's a good one to just listen to an audio. So I picked that up on Sunday night. I listened to probably 2/3 of it because they just like fly by really quick, and then ended up getting up and listening to the rest of it while getting ready and kind of things in the morning. And so finished that on Monday morning. And so Casey West I've had kind of a love-hate relationship with lately. And in the beginning of her career, I really liked a lot of the books, like On the Fence and The Villain Boyfriend, really cute. I love those. And then there was like some time there where I wasn't enjoying her books. Like I think it was, I'm trying to think, the names all blend together for me, but there was one about the lottery. I think it was called Lucky You or something like that. I'll put a picture since I don't remember the accurate title. And I DNF'd that one. I didn't even make it halfway. It was just not good in my opinion. And then there was another one, I think it was called Listen to Your Heart or something like that, about a podcast, and I just really didn't like the romance in that one. I made it through the whole book, but it just wasn't for me. I didn't enjoy it. And so I was like, oh, am I just not liking her anymore? And then I picked up last month Love, Life, and the List, and I did really enjoy that one. So I was like, well, I'll give her newest one a try. And this one there were some parts I really loved and some parts I didn't love. So I loved the romance in this one. Just the main character and her love interest were just a really sweet romance. I really love when the teenage boy in the romance of a YA contemporary is just like a sweet guy. Like I'm not into like the bad boy trope. Like I just like the sweet, supportive boyfriend type, and that's what he was like. I really thought they were super cute together, so I loved the romance. So that was nice and fun and fluffy. The plot though was not great. I mean, it's about a girl who is in high school but gets a job as an actress in a movie, like a real movie. So she's in LA and she's like doing schoolwork because she still has to like get her degree, but her diploma, but she can't go to school since she's working full time. So she has like a tutor that's like helping her do her like homework or whatever, her packets, to like keep up with her schoolwork. And like I thought it was fine, the plot of like, getting used to life like in like a real career and like in the movie industry, and that stuff was fine. But then like about halfway it started turning into almost a mystery novel, and that just didn't work. I'm sorry, but Casey West, like, she's got a wheelhouse. She is really good at fluffy contemporary romance, just easy, fun romance books. But mystery, not so much. I liked the audio narrator. The one that narrates this one is Caitlin Kelly, and she actually does several of losing my mind. She does several of Casey West's more recent books. So she's, I think, narrated 3 or 4 of Casey West's books. So if you like someone that kind of like narrates a lot of the same author's work, I think she does a good job, and so I would recommend the audiobook on Scribd or wherever you get your audiobooks from. Yeah, so I finished that one, and I did not pick up another contemporary yesterday because I had a few non-contemporary books that I really wanted to pick up because I wanted another audiobook later in the evening. I've gotten in a kick of like listening to audiobooks in the evening because I just don't feel like staring at a book. I'm kind of like tired in the evening and I just want to like sit there and listen and rest my eyes. And like I said, Scribd has cut me off from a lot of contemporaries, so I ended up listening to a sci-fi book last night. So I didn't do anything else for the Contemporaryathon last night. So today I want to actually pick up one of the physical books that's on my TBR because of course the first book I read was not part of my TBR. So for today, I'm going to pick up the one that I picked for the like challenge, which is read a book with blurple on the cover, so that would be blue or purple, and this one I think counts. It's got like paint kind of on the cover and there's like blues and purples. And this is This Adventure Ends by Emma Mills. I have not yet read an Emma Mills book. She also writes fluffy YA contemporary and a lot of people seem to enjoy her, so I wanted to check it out. And this one has like really short chapters, so I feel like it'll fly by. So I'm going to start this today. I have about 20 minutes before I have to pick up my daughter from preschool. So I'm sitting out here in the parking lot, and my youngest daughter, Eliza, she's asleep in the back, and I really want her to stay asleep. So I'm just gonna sit here and read my book for the 20 minutes until I have to pick her up and see how far I can get. I have a feeling this will read very fast, so who knows, I might finish this today and move on to next. Because one of the books I picked for Contemporaryathon is like 750 pages long, which not the best size of a book to pick for a readathon. So we're gonna hope this one goes by fast. All right, talk to you later. Hey, it is Wednesday of Contemporaryathon, and in that clip just a moment ago, I was saying that yesterday I started This Adventure Ends by Emma Mills, and I did start it in the parking lot and got, you know, I don't remember how far I got, maybe 20 pages or so, and I wasn't really feeling it. I was like, you know, whatever, and got home, wasn't really in the mood to pick it up, made it till like towards the end of the day when the kids were asleep, and I was like, well, I gotta get a little bit farther in, so I was like, I at least need to get to page, I don't know, 50 or 70. I was like kind of aiming for that area, and I was kind of dragging. I kept putting it down and like watching a YouTube video and then going back to reading, and nothing was really capturing me or connecting me. And then suddenly, somewhere in between page 50 and page 100, somewhere in there, I just realized that I really loved the characters and this group of friends. Like, I don't know, it snuck up on me because I was just not really into it at the beginning. But then suddenly, I got hooked and ended up reading like almost 200 pages last night. I read a little bit today, so that's not all last night, but I read at least like 180 pages or something last night, and stayed up past my bedtime doing that because I was totally hooked. And I think the reason, so I haven't actually told you what this book is about, and basically it's just a YA contemporary about this girl, Sloane, who moves to a new town and just kind of becomes friends with this group, this already established group of friends. She's just kind of becomes the new member of the group, and her kind of learning about friendship and all that stuff. It sounds like she was kind of more of a loner at her last school, or somebody that just kind of has more transient friends than actually like a solid group of friends. And then there's like a driving plot about her going on this quest to find this painting, but really the painting thing, it doesn't really sound like a very exciting plot, but the painting thing does kind of drive like the plot of the book. But I think this book really is about friendship and about like this girl figuring out what it's like to be like do or die friends, like real true friends. And I just really love that aspect of it. And this group of friends, just, I'm really attached to them now, like each one of them individually, like and the way they are together as a group. Part of that is that like it really makes me think about like my group of friends from high school. I loved high school. I know a lot of people, you know, look back at high school as something they just had to live through or all that stuff. But for me, I had a really great group of friends, and that's what I remember. I remember just having a wonderful group that
had a lot of fun with, that we were really loyal to each other and stuck up for each other and things like that. And that's what this group of friends in this book reminds me of. And so it's a little like almost feeling of nostalgia for me to like think about those times of having one of those solid friend groups. And 20 years later, and yes, I did graduate from high school in 1999, so it was 20 years ago, I'm still friends with a lot of those people, and we, even though we are like, you know, married, children, living in different parts of the country, we still try to get together, and we still would be there for each other if we needed something. And so it's just kind of a great feeling to kind of relive that almost in this group of friends. Like, I just love how they're like so protective of each other, even though she's new to the group, they've absorbed her in, and like just her learning that you can just really be completely there for other people. I am really enjoying this book. I wouldn't say that it's like the most like eventful book or anything like that, but I just love this. I just love the story of the friendship. And so if you are somebody that really likes books that are more focused on friendship than really anything else, I would suggest this. I still have more to go, so I'll update you when I'm finished. Okay, so I just finished This Adventure Ends, and since I last talked to you guys in the last like 60 pages of this book, I have cried 4 times, and I'm not one to cry like normally. I don't know. I never expected that I was going to cry in this book. Like, I had no thought of that at all. But the friendships just got me. I don't know. Something about this book just like really connected with me. So I don't know what I'm going to rate it, because I'm still in like the you know, aftermath of finishing it. But yeah, I'll let you know in my recent reads video later on. So I don't know where I'm going to go from here and what I'm going to pick up next. I think I need to take a little break, maybe watch some videos or something. Bernadette and I are having quiet time here, so she's watching her iPad. And so I'll probably watch a few videos and then decide what to pick up next. Hey guys, it is Thursday, which means it is also Valentine's Day. Yay! Not that I'm doing anything that exciting. My husband and I are new to the area, so we don't have a babysitter, so we'll just do like our own dinner and a movie here tonight after the kids go to bed. So not like exciting plans, but it is Valentine's Day, so I'm wearing my red, being festive. Thursdays are also my favorite day of the week, because on Thursdays, my husband takes our older daughter, Bernadette, to preschool and does daddy-daughter breakfast. So they leave at like 7:30 in the morning and go out to Burger King, and she plays on the play place and all that stuff, and then he takes her to preschool. So I have from like 7:30 until about 9:30 or so to myself. I mean, Eliza, obviously, is here, but she is usually super chill in the morning and does her own thing, plays. She's bringing me a giant book. Oh, she wants me to read The Well of Ascension, I guess, but I'm not going to read that right at this moment, Eliza. But, so I just get like 2 hours of kind of just time to just chill, especially since Eliza will probably go down for her nap soon, and that's usually when I film, is when she goes down for her nap on Thursday mornings before my husband gets home. I have this like short amount of time where I am like completely alone. But anyways, in terms of Contemporaryathon, I did not pick up anything after I finished This Adventure Ends yesterday, because Eliza woke up pretty much right after that, and, you know, there was like, you know, playing with her, making dinner. Then my husband and I decided to watch a classic like romance movie last night. That was our plan for Valentine's Day, but we had been like kind of researching which movie we wanted to watch, and he's like, let's watch one tonight too. So we ended up watching Pillow Talk, which is from 1959, I believe. It stars Doris Day and Rock Hudson, and it is really cute. I loved it. It's got some problems, obviously, since it was from like 60 years ago. Like, there was definitely like a scene with some consent problems, and like some scenes that were making fun of different demographics of people, and obviously I do not like that part. My husband and I looked at each other a couple times and we're like, whoa. But, you know, it was 60 years ago, and if you take away a couple of those scenes that were inappropriate, the rest of it was, you know, like a cute romantic comedy. And so it was a fun night of watching a movie together. So I didn't end up picking something else up until right before bed. I ended up starting A Book of American Martyrs by Joyce Carol Oates, and I picked this up on ebook because if you watch my TVR, you saw that I bought this book not realizing that I bought the large print edition, and this thing is massive and very heavy. So I saw that Scribd, I think, yeah, has it on ebook, so I am reading the ebook version of it. Eliza's about to show up in the screen and try to check my phone. So I'm reading this on ebook because I don't want to pick up this massive book all the time. And since I didn't pick it up until like 11:30 last night, I only got like 2 chapters in before I fell asleep. But this is the book I was reading for like a dark, emotional contemporary, because it is about a man who murders an abortion doctor, and kind of it goes from different perspectives. It goes from the killer's perspective, from the family of the victim, and goes through like the justice system and all that. And the things that I noticed right away, like I said, I only read about 20 some pages last night, but right away I noticed that it takes place in Ohio, which is where I'm from, and this man was actually born and grew up in Sandusky, Ohio, which is about 15 minutes from where I grew up. So that was interesting. And this also takes place, the murder takes place in 1999, which is when I was living near Sandusky and graduating from high school. So that part was interesting. The town that he's actually like living in currently and murders the man in is a made-up town, but I'm assuming that it is meant to take place in that northern Ohio on the lake area, because he talks about Sandusky in those areas. So that'll be kind of disturbing to think about, like this as taking place in like my hometown. But also the other thing that I have noticed in my small amount of reading this morning was that it's kind of hard at the beginning to get into it, because this book will be from different perspectives, but the very first perspective is from the murderer's point of view, and the very first chapter is the murder, like him shooting this man, and so that is kind of hard to hear from like the murderer's point of view as he's doing the killing. And you can tell that he's pretty unhinged, because he thinks that he has been called by God to do this justifiable homicide is what he calls it, as like retribution for the abortions that the man has committed. Yeah, so it's a bit difficult at the beginning, but I feel like it'll all flesh out once we get into some other perspectives, because I don't think I could do like 700 pages of his point of view, but it'll probably be good to have started with his to kind of see what that perspective is before we get into some more rational people's minds. All right, that's it for now. I'll talk to you later. Hey guys, so it is Thursday evening. It's close to like 7, you know, I'm gonna be putting the kids to bed soon, but I wanted to give you an update because I think that I'm gonna actually end this section of the vlog after this clip and do like 2 vlogs for the week of Contemporaryathon, because I was just looking at my clips and I think that if I keep going for 3 more days that this is gonna be an incredibly long vlog. So I think I'm just gonna make 2 and make another one that's just Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I have been reading some more of A Book of American Martyrs this afternoon while the kids were doing rest and quiet time. And I made it about 20% through, and I was really trying to push because, like I said earlier, the very first section is all from the point of view of the, like, murderer and, like, the guy that kills the abortion doctor. And his point of view is really hard to read from, not just because I don't, like, agree with the things he's doing. His writing is, like, his point of view is just from this, like, very convoluted writing, and it sometimes I get really lost about, like, what's happening. So I'm like, okay, I just need to get out of this guy's head and move to somebody else's head, because things are not really making sense. Also, his, like, life story, like, he's not a good person. Like, the things in his life, you know, that he's talking about, I'm like, ooh, you know, it's not enjoyable stuff to read, but also, like, you know, I can get over that, you know, that if it's dark content or whatever, but just, like, the style of his point of view is just really hard for me. So now I am in the section that is from the family of the abortion doctor who has died, And so far, this section has been dominated by one of his children. So he has 3 children, and so we're hearing from the point of view of the middle child. I don't know what age she is yet, like, because so far we're just getting like really short chapters that are snippets of her thoughts, and so I don't know the age. I'm just like getting stuff from when it's kind of going through like stuff that happened when they were kids and their life with their dad, and how they're feeling after their dad has died. So there's a little bit of everything, and it's still a little convoluted, but it is a little easier to read than the other point of view. But I also think I just need to take a break from this book for the rest of tonight, because it is a little more not happy subject matter, and I've been reading a lot today. Like I said, about 20% of this, which in this version is 200 pages, but of course is the large print version, and I've been doing it actually on my phone. So I'm going to put this down until at least tomorrow, and later tonight I'm going to pick up something a little fluffy. Like I'll probably pick up a audiobook. None of the ones I had on my TBR though are available on audiobook, but I found a couple options I could do, so I'm gonna pick one, and then I will let you know in the next vlog which one I ended up picking. So that's it for this first half of Contemporaryathon. I feel like I'm getting a lot of progress made, 2 books done, and big chunk of a large book. I don't know if I'll actually be able to finish this during the Contemporaryathon, but I at least want to get like half of it finished during this. But I'm going to throw in a couple other books, probably audiobooks or some from my TBR for over the weekend. Hope you guys are having fun if you're participating in the Contemporaryathon. Bye!